guys, welcome to Bake Me Happy. That's not the right channel. Let's start that again. Hi guys, it's Meaghan from Bake Me Happy. Welcome to my personal or lifestyle channel. Today's video, as you can probably tell from the title, is things I wish I knew at the start of high school. Now I've got I think 10 or 11 dot points that I've got in front of me, and I'm gonna go through all of them and talk about my experience with them. If you guys have anything to say about it, leave it in the comments below, or like this video if you enjoyed it. And if you're new and you're gonna be starting high school soon, these might be really helpful, or if you've already gone through high school, let me know what you agree with and what you don't. So let's get started. So I made my first friend at high school on transition day, which was just a day where I was still in year 7, because where I go to school, high schools start at year 8. So I was still in year 7, and there was a day where we would like trial going to high school to get used to the grounds and stuff before the actual school year started the next year. And so I met my friend there, and because I went to a high school where I knew nobody, and so did she, so we kind of sat next to each other, and I was like, hi, like, can I sit here? And we were both really quiet, and we weren't in the same home group, but that's alright. So we were kind of close for like 6 months maybe, but and then she just kind of moved on. And my second friend I'm still really close with, but we had this huge argument in the middle of things, and you know, we figured out we were better off not best friends but just friends, so that was good. But yeah, anyway, so she's dating one of my exes at the moment, the first friend, and we don't talk. So don't feel like there's so much pressure for you to make a friend on the first day or in the first week that you're going to keep for the whole of high school, because you do get another chance. Like, there's heaps more people out there, and it doesn't matter who the first person is. This is something that really got to me, and I didn't figure out until probably the end of year 9, maybe. So in year 8, I was like, oh, I have to know everybody, I need to talk to everybody, be friends with everybody, make sure that they all know who I am and I'm nice to them and stuff. And like, yeah, okay, being nice to people is really important, but I didn't figure out that, like, no matter how hard I tried, people aren't gonna like me. Like, some people aren't gonna like me, rather. But yeah, and you don't have to have like a huge group of friends. Like, having 2 or 3 close friends is probably good enough. And you know, you have people in your classes that you talk to, and you find new people every day. Like, I still don't know everybody in my year level or at my school, obviously, and so it's not that important to be popular. You just have to be yourself and to get out there and make friends with people, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Like, it's not the end of the world, because there's a ton more people that are there with you, and they're probably in the same boat. For me, this experience was very true, but I know for some people straight away, like the group of friends, like my group of friends at the moment, they've all been friends since like the word go, and so for them it's completely different. But for me, I didn't find my friends until, or like my close friends now, until probably like the end of year 9, middle of year 10, because I was quite isolated and I was like off with other people, trying to figure out myself, trying to be popular. But yeah, so they're all really great. And like, I had a bit of trouble in primary school with bullying. I mean, not to like a full extent, like, you know, where I was falling into mental illness kind of stuff, but I was like, I didn't feel like I fit in anywhere. And I found these girls like that played in my volleyball team, and we just became so close so quickly, and they were so welcoming to me, and I'm so grateful for that, and I still don't think they know that. But yeah, so now we're really close friends, and that's all good. So you got to keep in mind that you might not find the people that you're supposed to really be friends with, or that you'll keep for the rest of your life, until very late in your high school, or you might find them on the first day. Like there's not a lot of pressure. This for me, I always kind of did homework and it still hasn't really worked out for good habits. Like I'm supposed to be doing homework right now, but I'm filming. But yeah, like if you start to do homework in your first couple of years, like I know they give you like 8 weeks to do one assignment that's going to take you 2 nights or something. Like they try to introduce it to you slowly, but the sooner you do it and the quicker you do it and the better you get at doing it, the easier it's going to be when you get into your later years and it actually counts. So that's a really important tip from me, and I wish that I had known that. And I mean, I did homework at the start of high school and I was working through it, and I was trying to be on top of my game, mostly because in primary school I didn't have a lot of friends, and so the work is what was the main thing for me. And then high school I kind of deterred a little bit and found friends and found boys and got into all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, it is really important that you do it all the time, and I'm learning that now because I struggle to do homework sometimes. I'm like, oh, I just don't want to do it, like I just can't be bothered. But I feel like if I had done it earlier, like in my early years of high school, and I'd gotten into the habit, I'd be like, yeah, well, it's just normal. This is so true. I didn't go to my first party until the middle to the end of year 8, and it was definitely not what I expected. We sat around in a shed because it was raining, and that was basically it. Like there wasn't a lot to do. It was somebody's birthday and they decided they were going to throw a birthday party, and I mean, like, it was fun and I had fun, but it was not what I expected at all. And even now, parties aren't the way I thought they were going to be. Like maybe end of year 10, start of year 11, they've started to get a bit more like full on. Obviously people are more mature now, people know kind of what they want to do and what they don't, and whether they want to be at the party or whether they don't and stuff. And obviously people get involved with like things that they're not supposed to, and it all gets a little bit more scandalous, but they're still not what I thought they were going to be at the start of high school. And it's really, really important because I was really disappointed when I went to parties and I was like, this is not what I thought. And I mean, obviously it depends on your school and it depends on the people you hang out with as to what kind of parties you go to. And I have no doubt that some of my friends that aren't in my closest friendship group, they probably go to parties that are a lot like what I expected them to be, but I don't. And yeah, so you just gotta keep that in mind, that the movies aren't real life. This is really important because this is something my sister told me at the start of high school, and it's something I've always kept in mind. And even when other people ask me for help with with their work from my work, I'm like, you can't copy it every time. Like, you can't have it. I mean, okay, I'll help you once, and then you should kind of figure out that you're supposed to do this work and it's going to help you later. And like, obviously I miss work sometimes, and I'll ask my friends, I'll be like, oh, you know, do you have this work that we did, or can you help me with this homework? I didn't have time to do it. And they will, but it's really, really important that you don't ask every time, because then you become annoying and people are like, oh, well, they're not capable of doing their own work and they're not capable of, you know, being here, so why should I help them? And it gets to a point, especially in the later years, when people become more competitive about their grades, and if you haven't done it and you keep asking them for help, they're going to either give you the wrong answers, which is really mean, or give you no help, and then you're going to be worse off, and they're going to kind of laugh at you and be like, haha, you got the worst grade because you didn't do the work and you deserved it. And you might not feel like that. I mean, maybe you had some like sport training, or you went out and were social when you weren't supposed to be, or there was some sort of family thing on and you just didn't have time to do it, and it's not fair, but that's the way that they're going to see it. So it's really important that you do your own work, but you can ask other people for help, and that's also really important. So yeah, like my school, we have a Facebook page where we continue to ask people for help, and it's so helpful because you're like, okay, when's this essay due? And like, it's really impossible to miss some sort of assignment because people are always posting about it and people are always asking about it. So if you're like, oh, I didn't know, it's obviously not true. So yeah, that's really important. This is really important, and people in my classes are always like, oh, is this formative, is this summative? And for those of you who don't know, formative is something that kind of goes towards your attitude, goes towards how well you like are attentive in class and the way that your teacher kind of treats you and stuff like that. And the summative is what actually determines your final grade. And people are always asking, and I always think it doesn't matter. Like if you get given work, you should do it. And I find that really important, and I think that's really important to do. This is really important because as you get into like later high school years, when you start to choose your subjects, it gets to the point where you know that the people are in your class, they want to be there and like they want to learn the subject that's being taught. And because, you know, in the earlier years of high school, people are like, oh, I hate this, I don't want to be here, I don't have to do it. And you get really frustrated because if you do want to be there, it makes it really hard when you have group projects because other people are like, well, I don't want to do this. It's like, it's not my responsibility. So yeah, it gets better when it's later in high school. And I've found that especially because a lot of my friends, they don't have to do a maths for the end of their high school, and they used to always complain about being in the maths class, and we were in the same maths class for a while, and they used to complain about it and hate it. And you know, it's not like I love maths or anything, but I want to be there, I want to learn it. So it's easier when the people in my class also want to learn it. And now this isn't something that's technically to do with high school, but you know, you go away at the end of year 8 or in the holidays in year 9, and then you come back and all the boys are taller than you and they're like 6'8", and it just happens like overnight, and it's the weirdest thing. And that is something I wish people had told me before high school, because it would have made a lot more people more attractive. Thanks for watching the video today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any ideas for what I should do next, leave it in the comments below and I'll see if I can organise something. Like, comment and subscribe to this channel and to Bake Me Happy. I'll see you very soon.